We were looking back at the Dodge City radar once again. So green is toward the radar to the south, red away from the radar to the north, and now that area of rotation continuing to make its way out of Ness County. Again, not as well defined as it was just a little while ago, but from my viewpoint here, I would put it right there. So you can see it's straight north of Ness City or straight south of Waukene and continuing to move on to the northeast. So again, we've got still some very good indications there that we have some strong rotation with that storm. But again, as we've been telling you, it's dark out there, and really, as Ross has asked our couple of storm chasers, are they seeing power flashes? Because a lot of times that's the only indication at nighttime that you actually have a tornado on the ground. You see those flashes, or as Tony said, he's seeing some of the tornadic activity this evening because of lightning that's illuminating the sky. It illuminates the tornado funnel, and then you can see where it is, and then of course the lightning goes away, and then your visibility is back to something like zero. Ross?
And Merrill, we have a new tornado warning we need to tell you about. This is a little farther west. This is going to be for portions of Gove County. Now that storm, we had one earlier this evening at about 5:30 that produced a tornado that we were able to see live on the air from our Greenfield sky camera. You can see the green. This would be wind blowing in toward Goodland, and the red away. So the circulation now here looks like it's just to the south of I-70 and going to be moving up toward the north and east. Officially Greenfield not in that tornado warning, but some circulation that's getting a little stronger. There's still a lot of wind in the atmosphere, and even though we've cooled off the atmosphere, now we're well past sunset, we're still getting quite a bit of wind coming in from the south that's causing these storms to rotate. I understand we have meteorologist Molly McCollum. She's out near the Dodge City area watching that storm, still with the confirmed tornado with it. She joins us on the phone, and as we go to Molly, we'll reset the radar. So Molly, go ahead and tell us what you have near Dodge City this evening.
Ross, I'm east of Ensign, Kansas right now, watching this large tornado in progress. It is very hard to see. It's very dark. You can only see it briefly between the lightning flashes. But Ensign, Kansas definitely needs to be in their safe place right now.
Okay, Molly, being new to Kansas, that would be Ensign. That's where she's at tonight. Again, reporting that there's still a tornado on the ground. And of course, nobody trained better than a meteorologist with our own crew out there tonight. We know that, Molly, we want you to be safe and obviously stay far enough away from that storm as it continues to get a little bit closer. She, again, near Dodge City, looking back toward the south and west. We'll zoom in just a little bit tighter here so we can bring Ensign into view. This very dangerous storm that's had a tornado with it now for about 45 minutes, almost an hour. Here you can see Ensign right in the center part of this tornado warning. The circulation now just south here of Highway 56, and that storm continuing to move northeast. Looks like it's going to be getting closer to Ensign within the next 5 to 10 minutes. You should be in a place of safety. It's not a guarantee, and we're hoping that this storm doesn't go right over Ensign, but it's going to be such a close call. Fortunately for Montezuma, the circulation east of you, but it looks like, based on what I'm looking at here, there is a possibility that this thing may go right over Ensign. Now, Dodge City, you're kind of on the edge of the tornado warning for right now. We'll have to see if the storm continues on its current path. If it may change direction at all, that may get Dodge City involved in a tornado warning within the next 15 to 20 minutes. But this storm, nothing short of impressive. I know we're just about a week away from Thanksgiving, but this is proof that this sort of thing can happen in the month of November. And I believe it might be a little early, but the Gove County tornado earlier this evening, the latest in the season for that particular county. Obviously, we don't see a lot of tornadoes in the month of November, but it does happen. And now you can see that circulation back to the south and west of Ensign. Just double checking here to see if we can see any kind of debris showing up on the radar. And there may be something right in through here. What we'll do is we'll draw a little area, kind of a marker here, if you will, of where I think there may be a little debris. It's not textbook material standing out to me, but if we highlight the area where we think we see some debris, and then I'll bring back in the wind mode of Doppler radar, and when the two match up right on top of each other, you have to have at least some bit of confirmation there that maybe there may be a little debris being kicked up by the tornado. This again east of Montezuma to the southwest of Ensign, moving to the northeast. A tornado warning does continue for this area. Does include western Ford County and central and eastern sections of Gray County till 7:15. Based on the history of this storm alone, there's a decent chance that that warning will probably get extended and pushed a little farther north and east to accommodate for the fact that this storm is still rotating like crazy and still with a report of a tornado on the ground, with the storm now back to the south and west of Ensign. Merrill, checking on some other information. Do you have something to add?
Well, Russ, I'm just looking at that couplet that we had on that storm that's approaching Ensign right now, and it's not showing up as well as it was. You can see down here as it moved into the southern portions of Gray County, and it'll come into view here. There it is, and you can see it very, very well there. And now we've lost it a little bit. Now we're getting, scans every couple of 3 minutes from the National Weather Service radar out of Dodge City, so that may just come back again in the next few minutes. Actually, we'd rather see it not come back, indicating that the tornado associated with that storm might have dissipated or certainly at least weakened, but it is still a very dangerous scenario for the folks in that area, as you heard from Molly. And let's just bring that right up to the current time. And you can see there's a hook in there. It's actually a little bit north of where I've been seeing the that couplet on the Doppler radar, but certainly still a very dangerous situation for the folks around Ensign. Now, if it continues on its current path, we're going to keep our fingers crossed on this one. And if there is something still on the ground, say in about the next 20 minutes or so, it should pass just to the west of Dodge City, but, and this is one of those very big but situations, I would not hesitate to move to a place of safety at this point in time, because these storms are still moving at 45 to 50 miles per hour, and it's not that far from where the storm is right now, just to the southwest of Ensign, up into the Dodge City area. Always better safe than sorry. So good idea for folks to be heading to a safe place right now, anywhere from Ensign up into Dodge City. Ross?
And Merrill, just as you were talking about the storm around Ensign, we are also still hearing reports of a tornado on the ground up into Ness County, so we can take our radar and go back north with it, because we also need to get back up into Norton County, to another location of Kansas dealing with some severe weather tonight. So as we continue to work our way back into central Kansas, passing over Hodgman County, getting up into Ness County, you can see the red boxes here indicating the rotation or the tornado warnings that we have in effect. Certainly the greens and the reds matching up next to each other there east of Highway 283, indicating some rotation there. It doesn't look as well defined as it did 15 or 20 minutes ago, but based on the reports that we're still getting in tonight from just north of the Ransom area, now up into southern portions of Trego County, also including western sections of Ellis County, there may still be a tornado with this storm. Looking a little less organized than 15 or 20 minutes ago, which would indicate a possible weakening trend. But for right now, we continue with a tornado warning in this area, and still several reports of tornadoes on the ground. As far as hail is concerned, we've had quite a few number of reports of hail, looking to be about quarter size with this storm now moving through southern portions of Trego County. Eventually, that's going to include western sections of Ellis County, so we need to be watching that situation closely as well. So just recapping everything that we have at this hour, if you're just now joining our coverage, we have a tornado warning near Ensign, which is in southwest Kansas, back to the south and west of Dodge City. We also have this tornado warning that's in effect now for portions of Trego and western sections of Ellis County. And then as we expand the view even more, I told you about a tornado warning that does continue up into Norton County. You're going to see a couple other warnings come into view here. We've got one for western Gove County, and then there's another one that's even farther to the north. And as we go up into that area, you can see a tornado warning including the Norton area. So we've got several different areas of concern right now. Norton County, Gove County, eastern Trego County, western Ellis County, and then back into southwest Kansas, we've got western Ford County and eastern sections of Gray County. Merrill, you've got some new information?
Well, I have kind of the statewide view right now, Ross, although we're only looking at one radar, and that is the radar out of Dodge City. But just to put everything into perspective for folks, we'll take it from the north. Severe thunderstorm warning still up there in Red Willow County, but well to the east of McCook, Nebraska. There's the Norton County warning. Let me make sure things don't move. move on me here. There's the Norton County warning. Here's the county warning for Trego and Ellis County. And again, you can see it is at the moment still to the west of Hayes, not included in that warning. Then we get over to the Gove County warning. New severe thunderstorm warning. There's about 6 or 7 counties that are included in this. And you can see that line of thunderstorms that just cuts right across that area to the west of Garden City, over toward the Lakin area right now, and then southwestward from there. And then there's that tornado warning that's for Gray and for Ford counties. And there's another tornado warning down here in the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles. And there's then another line of thunderstorms cutting just to the west of Guyman in the Oklahoma panhandle. And let me put everything into